Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What's collective even though you made aware of? Y'all, I can tell y'all right off the bat. Okay, too much, too late, right? So this is definitely somebody doing too much right now because it's not necessary, because it's unwarranted at this point. Like it's going to be rejected. It's not going to be accepted with love and kindness and compassion, whatever this is, because it's way too late. And then on top of that, you're doing way too much. All right, that's the energy. Whew. Here we go, y'all. Valentine's might be significant, but the way that, the message led up to the too much, too late energy was like that awkwardness around Valentine's. Somebody who even schedules a date, meeting someone for the first time on Valentine's, and just everything kind of going just way in the, it's the wrong direction, but you're kind of just going with the flow because of the atmosphere, the mood, and it's like, then it turns out to be a mistake. But, in the name of love, Valentine's, tradition, all of those things, like it's supposed to be this way when it really is not. So it's like being led astray almost, right? That's the energy. Oh man, here we go, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, subscriptions, all of that good stuff. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let me see. Alrighty. Thanks again for being here. All right, y'all, I'm being led to tell y'all, tell you all, might be your first time here, about these little chakra mini pillows. Aren't they darling? But I was sent, this energy, this vibration to create something that would help balance the chakras, like little mini to-go pouches, and they're embroidered. Like I actually made these. The herbs that are inside with the coordinating crystals for that particular chakra, some have up to 5 or 6 different herbs in the pouch to help balance that chakra. So you can go to my website, tarotoracledivination.com, and you'll be able to see the chakra pillows, because I list the imbalances, like the qualities of being imbalanced per each chakra, so you'll be able to identify where it is that you need help. But this is actually a set, so it's just good to have everything, like if you ever want to meditate or it's just one particular thing. Particularly like the throat chakra, if you're experiencing like pain in your throat or your upper body, in regards to your shoulders, your upper back, it could be because of tension that's in this area. And that's another thing that this would help aid with, because these are natural herbs from Mother Earth. So of course they're going to be able to help it. The thing is, I just did my due diligence and research and put it together in a little pouch, and I just wanted to show and tell you all about that. So check it out on my website. Thank you for your time. All right, y'all, these obviously want to come out, so I'm gonna just let them slide out. A little too much, too late. That was the energy. Like they're pressing, trying really hard, and it's making it really awkward for you. Really awkward. Because it's like, what is it that are they tuned into a whole different station? Like, why are we not on the same page when they absolutely should confirm that it's over, it's done? All right, y'all, here we go. And happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers, even the fathers out there taking the role on of the Empress. Happy Emperor Day to you as well. All right, here we are. Here we are. So it looks like we have a leader of the pack here with this Queen of Swords. I mean, this person right here is very instrumental in what's happening with that too much, too late energy. So is the idea of this person. I would want to say, you know, your ex. It could even be family. Somebody's coming around and wanting to make it right, because I feel, because of this, my past readings, just kind of leading up to where we are with even this information, you know, them not taking no for an answer, them not accepting that it's over, them not wanting to admit defeat. But this time around, because they're experiencing the karma of it all, they feel like you're able to kind of bail them out. So it's like little trinkets at this point. What can I do? What can I give them? What is it that's going to help get me out of the claws of the enemy? Is what's happening here. This Queen of Swords might have a lot to do with this. That's why I'm getting to this point, because I feel like they're the pusher. So this could be the mother of your person who's telling them, orchestrating them, giving, or maybe your ex-person is just going off of the vibes of, okay, what would my mom say I should do? You know, because the mom, I feel like, is very pinnacle in their life. So mom was always giving her unwarranted advice, you know, and then too, the codependency of it all, they were codependent on one another, because if this is their child, that is now your ex who's not getting the big picture, and they're starting to do way too much. Then they're trying to redeem themselves, but you're not the redeemer. But they somehow feel they got to get to you for you to unlock them and get them out of this prison that they're in. Because this is a mental prison at this point. All of the swords that always come up. But then look, you have the Queen of Swords herself. So if they're hearing the words of this Queen of Swords, because she was all about dictating and controlling this person, they're trying to now figure out, what would mom do? What would mom want me to do? This person still does not have an identity of their own, because they've given all of that away. They've given themselves away to, I want to say, the streets. The streets and people now control them. They've never really been in control of themselves, honestly, if you think about it. But now they really don't have control. So now they're leaning on words of advice from a distance, and that person would be from this Queen of Swords. Let's get into it. Let's see what else is here with this Queen of Swords energy. All right, look at this Four of Swords. I'm telling y'all about this mental prison, this mental just the all in their heads, because there's no one else physically there. Mom could even be out of the picture, because that was in a previous reading. So if they're recalling the things that, you know, how would this make me a good child? How would mom want me to take care of this? This is because mom's out of the picture. So now I feel like if they do this one thing and get you back, then they can kind of, you know, take that whole reward back to their mother's ears and be like, look, mom, we're together again. I did it. Like, that is not how this works. This is not like you went and dug up a piece of gold and now you get to display it and it's yours. This is all about control. All of this, right? From the mother down to where you are now, you're trying to live your own separate life, and they still are trying to claim you as a piece of property. Four of Swords reverse meanings, you know, well, okay. What I'm getting is deathbed energy. Someone is possibly on their deathbed here. That's what I'm getting as the reader. So I have to say what I'm getting. They've been in a place for too long is really what the Four of Swords reverse means. But just on sight, jumping into that energy, that's what I got. So I was looking at like a physical deathbed. Like possibly there's some news of an illness that has, you know, possibly been lingering around. I don't know if it's on, you know, whose side it's on, but the energy is there. Or maybe the Queen of Swords is dealing with a physical death of somebody close to the Queen of Swords energy. I don't feel like it's happened yet. That's the thing. Now it could have, but in this energy here, it doesn't feel. That's why I said near death. Let's see what's behind this Four of Swords reverse. Y'all, the Devil card reverse. these two together. I mean, and we have an extra sword here. These definitely. This is consumed, like all consumed. With the Devil card reverse, I can look at it two different ways normally. It just depends on the energy, but I was following the flow here. But normally, not normally, I mean, that word shouldn't even exist in this space. But I will say the Devil card reverse could be sometimes losing an attachment. But if I was saying near death and then here comes the Devil card reversal, that to me, it feels like they're succumbing. They're succumbing to whatever this is that is possibly a near death experience that's happening, something with health. So, you know, this could be depression. Maybe they don't have the get up and go anymore. If I can't even say if, this codependent relationship that they had with their child, right? Both of them are suffering. But this Queen of Swords feels like a failure at this point. So this could be severe depression. And you know, that definitely is qualified as a serious health condition, albeit mental health. So if they're succumbing and not getting up and fighting against this enemy any longer, and they're falling right into, you know, the bed with the enemy, and the enemy's climbing in the bed with them like, here, come lay with me. It's fine. You don't have to fight anymore. Because this Queen of Swords energy could have done a lot of mental fighting in her mind, just trying to avoid so many things that she conflicted or conjured up. I don't normally use this word, but when it does come out in the readings, I know that's witchcraft. The conjuring up of ideas, and possibly those ideas turning into spells, bending someone's will. I told you this was about control. So obviously that would have to be the case in point. Who is it that they were trying to control against their will? Well, I do believe and possibly can confirm that they are succumbing to this, falling right into the bed with the enemy. No more fight. They're losing or have lost their fight. But this wasn't the one who was going to give up, because you know this is conflict with this Queen of Swords, because she's not going to lay down easily. So if something is going not the way that she wanted, she's basically fighting against that. You don't have to know that, because I'm sure when you came to the scene and showed up with your bright-eyed, bushy-tailed self, this one kind of had like laser beams on your forehead saying, I'm not sure that this is going to work, because they were used to being the queen, and they saw another queen show up and they said, it's only room for one. That's when this started. So when they should have just backed away, let their child be free, your ex, and learn lessons on the journey without them getting involved or controlling their child, that was not their place to insert themselves in someone else's life journeys, in their path. So now they're suffering behind that, because all of that energy, all of that stuff they put into it, those spells, all of that, it didn't work. They're gone. They're no longer there under the rule and the control of this queen. Anyway, I hope y'all get that. I had to go with the flow. Hierophant reverse here. So that's the energy that I'm leading into. The lesson was not learned. This was not supposed to be Queen of Swords. You were supposed to let this child experience life just as you have experienced life. This was not your scapegoat. This was not your trophy. Right? Hierophant reverse just means there's nothing else I can do here, says God. Now that might sound harsh, but if you knew the amount of work that this Queen of Swords needed to be able to try to get back on course, I'm sure everything but the kitchen sink was thrown at this Queen of Swords to get it, to snap out of it, to stop doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. And all of that is just eating her up right now, as she kind of just, I heard wither away. Wither away means not eating. Maybe she's losing weight. You know, definitely in that depressive state, not getting out of bed. Just, you know, I would hear like if this were a fast track to growing old, it started. Boom. Next thing you know, they're going to have a head full of gray hair. and just, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're about to age really quickly here. I have to go this way, y'all. Right above this energy with, you know, this Queen of Swords, there's the Tower and there's Justice. They're on their side. Y'all, these cards right here even maximize the fact that this is like possibly near death. But the Justice card and the Tower card are on the side. If y'all follow me, y'all know. If y'all know me, I can't determine whether it's upright or reverse. I have to go with the energy because it could go either way at this point. It's dependent on, to me as the reader. And what it's dependent on, let's see. Whatever this energy is here is the connection. So let's find out what that is. Here we are. So we have my goodness, we got somebody behind the scenes here. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now this is the spellcaster right here. So this Queen of Swords met their match with this spellcaster. But this one is younger. They're more about action, doing. They can really get out of pocket. They could really be disrespectful, is what I feel with this Queen of Wands reverse. So if this was mom, Queen of Swords, was used to holding down everything, you know, the kids listened to them and did what they said do. And even, I'm talking about adult kids, like still scared to cross this Queen of Swords mother. The Queen of Wands reverse was like, ma'am, you need to back off, is what the Queen of Wands said when they showed up to the scene. Nothing like you, Empress. Nothing like you. Here you are. You weren't disrespectful. You were disrespected many times, but you never got out of line. Your parents, your guardian, your mom, dad, whoever, aunt, they taught you better, right? And you never returned what was dished back to you. Maybe a little bit, but you know, you weren't like this Queen of Wands reverse. This one's nasty. This one's nasty, but at the same time, you might want to call them a hero for what they walked into and tried to dismantle. Because this fire sign was about it. They were about the action, but I feel like they had to become disrespectful. They had to become a person that they don't even like to have come out. Could be Gemini energy. I know Gemini's air sign, but I feel like there's another side here. Like, don't let this pretty face fool you energy all day. And that's who showed up. Now, this Queen of Wands energy could also have a lot to do with this loss of money, a loss of income, assets, a home, a car, a business, drain the bank account. 10 of Pentacles reverse. Made this Queen of Swords lose all hope for the future for their child by hooking up with this Queen of Wands. Loss, generational, family. So this Queen of Wands got away with something, y'all. But I feel like the Empress shows up because look who's sitting pretty. Look at all of these cards in the opposite. Look who's right in the middle, in the upright, sitting very pretty. Somebody's not pressed at all. Can't you hear the butterflies in the wind? Can't you hear the little birds chirping? When you see this card, look at this. Look at this. Because you never let any of this stop you. I told you, you didn't get out of pocket. Sun card reverse. It's okay to be able to feel disrespected and want to do something about it, but you didn't get down and dirty like this Queen of Wands reverse did. You lost too, 10 of Pentacles reverse. Y'all share the same sentiments here. This is right between y'all. Y'all both lost money in this. Time, energy, whatever these pentacles represent that mean anything to either one of you all, that's what was lost. So both of you have the same gripe with this Queen of Swords. Except you're the one in the upright. This Sun card reverse. I don't know. I just heard they won't see the light of day. I just heard that, and I felt like it had to do with this Queen of Wands reverse. So maybe this Queen of Wands reverse is behind bars somehow, or locked up, or in some sort of prison. It could be a physical prison because the light of day, or either they're confined to the depths of whatever, like not being able to receive sunlight or light. Empress is light energy. And this Queen of Wands reverse will unfortunately not be able to obtain that, because when I got to that Sun card reverse again, after touching on the Empress, I heard never see the light of day. So the Six of Cups reverse means not wanting to go back to the past, or not having the ability to go back to the past. Like it's not an option. Six of Cups reverse. Let me get some clarifiers, y'all, because I know I'm going to need to tie this into this Tower and Justice, because I still have not gone over this energy yet. But let's... Sorry, that was probably loud. But I had to clear the energy. Those are the little things that I do that I don't know that I'm doing it until it's made known. That let's break that energy up somehow. Ooh. All right, Spirit, can you clarify? If anything, I want to clarify this Queen of Wands reverse. Clarify the Queen of Wands reverse, please. Because, the Justice card is here and the Tower card is here. So when I was getting the energy with the never see the light of day with the Sun card reverse would have a lot to do with, you know, these two cards here. But let's see. Spirit, clarify the Queen of Wands reverse, please. Or anything you would like to clarify. Okay, a card fell out on the floor, y'all. Message of concern at the bottom of the deck. Let me grab the card that fell out on the floor. So guess what? It's the House card. It landed on its side on the floor. So I'm gonna do just that. The House card. So remember I said a loss of a property. I may have mentioned a home, but I believe I did house, car, bank account, whatever. That's major right here. So loss of a home. So possibly this Queen of Wands was sharing some sort of residency here. Maybe the Queen of Wands had to move in with the Queen of Swords and their child, which is your ex-person. Tower comes crashing down, because the Tower on its side means it's bound to happen, because it's divinely instructed to fall. Like they've called the demolition crew, the crew's coming in. It's going to happen. Maybe there's not a date set yet, but it's coming. And the Tower, and it also just means it needs to happen. It's bound to happen. So on its side, and depending on the Justice card, so possibly if we're talking about the physical courts, the spiritual courts, this house is coming down. It's going there. There's some sort of removal from a home. If it's a physical home. So if this Queen of Swords is losing their home, it has everything to do with this Queen of Wands. Everything to do with this Queen of Wands. The only thing is the Queen of Wands is not even getting the home. Maybe it was some sort of configured setup to where the Queen of Wands thought they were going to finagle or finesse this Queen of Swords energy, and also your ex-person, because your ex-person is aware of all of this as well. And maybe they were in on it. Fire sign energy. Maybe they were in on it to where it goes to no one. It's a loss for everybody. And if we're not talking about a physical house, then, you know, the house card to me would represent like family, foundation. Home is where the heart is. There is none of that here. It's coming crashing down. But I'm just wondering why this Queen of Swords is depressed, sick, bad health, caught up, just laying down with the devil, giving up. Let's see what this is here. These three clarifiers, because, you know, we have message of concern at the bottom of the deck. So there is news coming in with this Justice card and this Tower card. I mean, that's a given. Let's see what these cards are. Look, I mentioned family room. Look, marriage. Didn't I say fire sign energy, Queen of Wands? So there could be King of Wands energy there. Your ex-person, fire energy all day, and child card. Look at this. That's a happy family right there, supposedly, supposed to be. This is the unit. This is the family that I was talking about with the house card. This is it. So maybe they all lived together, you guys. And the Queen of Wands saw an opportunity, because the Queen of Wands was just somebody who moved in. The Queen of Swords, that was her home, her family home. Queen of Wands comes in and looks around, looks up and says, oh, what do we have here? Is what I'm seeing. This was going to be an opportunity for this Queen of Wands, but something backfired. Something went really, 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 really wrong here, to where it didn't work out in this Queen of Wands' favor. So maybe they're still hopeful, but between you and I, we know the truth. But the Queen of Wands possibly could be sitting behind bars, twiddling their thumbs, pacing the floor, because they're still waiting for some sort of resolution that's going to vindicate them. Because that's the image that I'm seeing. Because they don't feel like they belong there in jail too much longer. They feel like they're going to be released because something was done about a home, a house, something that got them there where they are. And I strongly pick that up here with the never see the light of day. So I feel like they're already behind bars. So child card, marriage card, family room. This just confirms that this person wanted to make this house into their own home. Child involved, marriage. So that was a counterpart. And then family room, like, this is nice, but I would probably paint the walls pink. I would purchase this couch I've had my eyes on, and I'd probably set the couch over there. Like, they were making plans from day one, this Queen of Wands. They wanted whatever this was, the Queen of Swords. This is the only thing the Queen of Swords really had, but it represented a lot of money to this Queen of Wands. It was an opportunity. You guys. All right, 2 more cards here. Let's get into it. So what we do see here is the Knight of too much too late. This is the Knight of Wands reverse, coming in doing way too much. Like, sir, ma'am, why are you here? Is what you're asking, collective. Like, what do you want? And the Knight is possibly could be an adult child of this Queen of Swords, but we already had that information, painted that picture from previous readings. Even if you want to go back, this has been a front runner here, this Queen of Swords, but she's losing control. Nobody's paying her any attention anymore. I believe I said in a previous reading. Y'all, I didn't even talk about the bottom of the deck energy, y'all. That I normally stop here first, but I got into it because I was pulled right into this Queen. Look, did I not go straight to the Queen of Swords? That was the first card because she was already calling all my attention to her, him or her. Queen of Swords energy doesn't have to be gender-based. But energetically, it was like, let's talk about, didn't even cover the bottom of the deck energy like I normally do every single video. It's my first stop. This Knight of Swords reverse is known as being very erratic. They're not thinking straight. They just jumped on the horse and got the hell out of Dodge, or they're on their way somewhere that they should not be headed to because they're not welcome there and they know it. It's almost like my mother would say, choose your battles wisely. This person never heard this before. And okay, here's the confusing part that I was speaking of in the channeling. When I said February 14th, like when you go on a first date on Valentine's Day, how awkward that is. Like, it's like doing too much, right? This would be this Knight of Swords reverse energy. They're making it very awkward. Because first of all, where are you going? Why are you going there? That makes no sense. It's like going to a desert land, but you're expecting there to be like a town of just lights and cameras and action. It doesn't exist in the desert. Like, this person's not thinking straight. They don't have a clear head. They're headed somewhere with not any sort of rational thought. And it's almost like you're headed the wrong direction because everything is here. So that means you're running. You're running from this drama, this whatever's taking place here. This Knight of Swords was like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Remember I said we have a runner? That's another video that I had. The same energy. Somebody got the hell up out of town because of this drama right here. So if this Queen of Wands is being released or has been released or is trying to get to this Knight of Swords some way, somehow, by way of people they know, other gang members I'm hearing. This could be gang affiliation to where they have eyes on the inside and the outside. They could get the job done. You can get touched without them lifting a finger, this Queen of Wands. All right? That just came, but it sounds familiar. Let's see what this last card is, y'all. I'm having to take a lot of deep breaths. Now I'm starting to feel the pressure a little bit in my head because it's like, this don't have nothing to do with me. It's kind of one of those things where the conversation starts to get heated. You're like, let me, where's my bag? Let me get out of here, because it has nothing to do with you, but you're by way of some sort of association by someone you know. And it's like, let me get up out of here, because that's how I'm feeling with this reading. This has nothing to do with you, collective. Nothing. Don't think your name is tied into anything. It's just your person and possibly them bringing this drama to you. They're not going to tell you this. I'm telling you this. They're not going to tell you this. What they got going on, what they're fleeing from, what they left from. What's going on with mom. They haven't spoken to mom. Mom's losing control. She's in a bad way. She's depressed. She's losing her home possibly to an ex of your ex-person, the same one he's running from, he or she. You know. What's this last card? Eight of Pentacles reversed. So there's no job, no passion, no. So if they had something going on, no more. I'm talking about your ex-person. If they had like a steady income, a job, something they reported to, is done. The job probably is like, don't even bother coming back, because this person left. They got up out of there. When I'm telling you, they got up out of there. No itinerary, no plan. Let me hop in the car and go. Because in the reverse, it's erratic. So I'm telling you, if they were escaping for their life, that would be this card. But it could have been all in their heads too. Swords, swords, swords. It could have just been all in their mind. But I told you this Queen of Wands is about action. Ain't no more talking. It's the Queen of Wands. You about to get touched. That's the energy I'm picking up here. Y'all, I hope this helps.